Good morning and welcome to the third vlog from my road trip through Belgium, France and Germany, where I'm visiting various different theme parks. And today it's brought me back to a park that I've not been to since 2014, a long time ago. It's Parc Astérix here in France. We're just on the outskirts of Paris, about 45 minutes away from Disneyland, and also not too far away at all from the Charles de Gaulle airport. So just to give you a bit of an idea where I am today. The park itself opened back in 1989. I'm not too sure if you can quite make it out on the mountain structure there at the back. You've got the mascot who's got a massive 30 years sign because the park is celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2019, which is great. So yeah, it's great to be back here. Honestly, like, I can't believe it's been so long, to be honest, since I was last at this park. There's been quite a few changes since I was last here in terms of new rides. One of the biggest investments since I last came is a Gerstlauer family coaster called Pégase Express that I'm really looking forward to getting on. That actually opened in 2017, and if I walk over here, you'll actually get to see that in just a moment. Along with that, they've put in a Zamperla Disco. I think that's called Obelisk. It's got like some fire effects and stuff on it, and loads of other changes. I mean, the entrance area's had a bit of an upgrade since I was last here as well. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know why it's been so long since I was last at this park, to be honest, because I really enjoyed it on all the visits I've had. I just think with it being so close to Disneyland Paris, and I've not been there as much over the past few years, and then this year, obviously, I've had an annual pass to there, so it's meant that I've been coming a lot more. So yeah, welcome to the vlog from Parc Astérix. There's Pégase Express, that new ride I need to get on. Looks really nice, doesn't it? Quite interactive, I think, as well, in terms of, I think you've got the rapids quite near it, and also you get a great view of it when you're coming into the car park. I must add, the car park, it is €15, which I think is very expensive for the parking, I must say. But yes, welcome to the vlog. 30th anniversary of Parc Astérix, first time back here since 2014. Let's go inside. It's a Sunday today, so it's probably going to be relatively busy, I'd imagine. But it's not the end of the world if I don't get on every coaster, because I have done them before. However, I'm really hoping to get back on everything major, really. If I plan my day right, it's 7 till 6, 10 till 6. Let's see what happens here at Astérix. Let's head inside the park. Here we go then, so it's 10 o'clock and off we go. As they say in the States, the running of the bulls. So Parc Astérix is one of them parks where they let you all in through the turnstiles and then hold you at a certain point. And then at 10 o'clock, everybody just goes running. Everybody going that way is probably going to Tonnerre. Everybody coming this way is probably going to OzIris. And that's where I'm going, the park's B&M inverted roller coaster that opened back in 2012. Let's go. I have missed this coaster so much. It's just a complete package, isn't it, this Egyptian area? Absolutely stunning. Stands at 114 foot tall. It's got 5 inversions. And look at this. All the themes, queue line and station building. Wow, it's so good to be back at OzIris. Oh, what's happened to the test seat? There's no restraint on that. Let's go down to the queue line. What I really like with this as well, you get some great views of the coaster as you make your way up to the station. That really builds up that anticipation. I think most people gave up with the running. Only sort of got halfway and thought, no, we're not going to do that. But not done too bad. Probably on the, what, the second train of the day, maybe? Not too bad there. Tell you what, the landscaping's really grown around here since I last came. Looked a bit more barren in some places before, so it looks a lot better now, actually. Sports could do with a clean though. Right, let's go and have a ride on OzIris. B&M inverts, like I say, 2012. And what a beauty she is. Wow. And we've got a dispatch on OzIris. Oh, it's great to be back on this. Actually, somehow I managed to get on the first train of the day because everyone has just gone for the front row. Would love to do a front row on this, but I'll probably come back later on and queue up for that. Get on the other rides first. Good thing about Parc Astérix, it's another park that allows on-ride filming with the correct equipment. Chest-mounted or wrist-mounted GoPros. Get ready, I'm towards the back of the train on this ride. Let's go, it's got an awesome first drop. First ride of the day at Astérix. Woo! Woo! Wow, I forgot just how good that coaster was. I think that has aged really well. It feels more intense than it was before. That was absolutely brilliant. Blimey, I forgot how good that coaster was. Whew. I am blown away with just how awesome that was. I'd forgot completely how incredible that coaster was, and it certainly feels like it's become even more intense over time. I said the same with Nemesis Inferno back at Thorpe Park in the UK, that's also a B&M invert. That's just got more forceful over the years, and honestly that was incredible. Honestly, I'd rate that up there as one of my top inverts. I know I said that when I first went on, but you've got to bear in mind I've been on a lot of other roller coasters since. However, that's just shot straight back up there to one of my favourite inverts. Honestly, that was absolutely incredible. A very similar experience, I would say, to Mon 2 at Busch Gardens Tampa in terms of all the theming around and how it drops and dives into various different tunnels and effects. For me, like the dive loop and the Immelman on there were ridiculously intense. It was so good. Got to do a front row on that later on and get some more footage. Anyway, I'm going to go to La Trace de Hourra, I think we call it, which is the Macrise bobsleigh, to go on that, because I remember that always gets massive queues. So I'm going to head there first, and it's also just round this corner. So let's go and have a ride. So it's advertising just a 5-minute wait for this at the moment. I think because everybody gets distracted by the other rides. And bear in mind, since I was last here, they've had a new major coaster with Pégase Express. So yeah, hopefully that sort of took a bit of the strain away from some of the other family coasters, such as this. It's a huge ride, this. I'm looking forward to getting back on it. One of the best ones of these out there. From what I remember saying, this and the one at Heide Park in Germany are my favourite of these. What I like with this though, because of the theme of the ride, it's actually got a different coloured painted trough, which is quite nice. All the way around, it's painted in that like brown, dark red colour instead of white, like pretty much all of them are. So that's quite nice, isn't it? A bit different. And it looks in a good shape for 2001 as well. You wouldn't think it was, what, 18 years old? Yeah, it looks very quiet anyway, which is good. Really good start to the day for 10 past 10. That was an incredible dispatch. The train was in the station for about 15 seconds. Wow, that's really good. I don't know how many trains they're running it on, but that was very good. Honestly, I can't believe it's been so long since I was last at this park. I've missed it a lot. I really have. Here we are then, climbing up the lift hill on Trace de Hourra. Don't know if I'm saying it right. You know what my pronunciation's like. I'm right on the back row here as well, so I should get whipped around, which is what I want on this bobsleigh. To improve the throughput, it's also a bags-on ride, this. You can just leave them down the bottom just there. Do quite like it when it's safe to do so. Letting you have bags on, I think it does save a lot of time. This is another park that's very much in the trees, much like Park St. Paul yesterday. Check out the vlog if you've not seen it. Right, let's go. I think there's some really good tunnels and stuff on this from what I remember. Woo! Oh, it's good at the back. Helix, helix, helix. Woo! Oh, it's intense. The ride that just keeps on giving. And round we go to the next section. Oh, that was really good fun. Great to get back on that. Wow. I really can't decide between the one at Hyde Park and this one. I think they're both absolutely fantastic. Really good rides. This shows how many trains it can run. Look at the long run off here. I think all of them are just better than Avalanche at Blackpool Pleasure Beach and Schweizer Babon, obviously at Europa Park as well. There we go. Oh. The operations on that bobsleigh were absolutely fantastic. Straight back into the station, restraints up, gates open for the next riders, and as soon as we were off the platform, the train was dispatched. Brilliant bobsleigh, one of the best out there, much like the one at Hyde Park in Germany. They're both fantastic. They're my favourite ones by a long way. Anyway, up next it's time to try my third coaster of the day, and a new credit for me. I'll spin you around so you can see it. Da, 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 da. This is Pégase Express, a Gerstlauer family coaster that opened in 2017. And look at this, very nice theming, all the Greek theming around here. You got a fountain. There's the coaster itself over there. Really nice how it interacts with the area. And this whole area here, I remember walking around it before. It was a bit of dead space, really. I remember going on the magic carpet, and obviously I've been on the coaster just behind it over there. But yeah, obviously this is brand new for me to get on. It's 2 years old. I'm not normally a big fan of Gerstlauer rides. However, I think their family coasters are really good. I especially like the Gerstlauer bobsleigh rides. And I've never done one of this style rides, what they do. It can run 4 trains. It reaches a top speed of around 33 miles an hour, so not ridiculously fast, but it doesn't need to be for a family coaster. Honestly, this has got everything leading up to be a great ride. So it's got good theming, really good theming actually, good capacity with the 4 trains running around the track, and it features launches, it goes forwards, backwards, quite a long layout, a bit of theming, a bit of a show element I believe as well. And yeah, like I can't wait to actually experience this. Can't believe it's took me 2 years to get out here. So let's enter the queue line. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, and let's go and have a ride.
Par contre, mon jean, merde. Ah, et c'était toi qui l'as swallowed.
That is one awesome family coaster. I was going into that ride with some pretty high expectations, and it has certainly not disappointed. It's exceeded expectations by a long way. That was brilliant, a really good solid family coaster. Nice and smooth, but also quite intense considering the speed of only around 33 miles an hour. I just love all the different elements to that. The fact it launches straight out the station, all the fact that you've got all the nice drops, bits of air time, some S-bends, a bit of a head chopper element right down the back end of the ride as well. And this coaster, it extends right back towards the entrance of the park. You don't realise just how long of a ride it is. You then have the awesome trick track elements where you launch backwards, do some more drops and S-bends, and back towards that track that switches at the end and brings you back into the station. Brilliant family coaster, one of the best I've ever been on that. And it's the complete package. I love all the Greek theming and the fact that in the queue line you saw a few shots before the POV there, how you've got like all ticket machines and stuff, like you're in a train station and you're buying a ticket to go on this Pegasus. So I really like that. It was very nicely put together, a brilliant ride. It's one of my favourite family coasters out there that I've ever done. It's got a great throughput as well. It can run 4 trains on there. I think it could be on 3 today, but the queue, I waited 20 minutes. Like, I thought I might be waiting longer for that, but there you go. It's only 10 to 11 now. So what, 50 minutes and I've done 3 major rides. I'm quite happy with that, but I'm making my way down now to something that I've missed, because this is one of my all-time favourite wooden roller coasters, and I'm going to show you it down here and talk a bit more about it. It sits majestically next to the lake here at Parc Astérix. It's Tonnerre de Zeus. I have missed this coaster so much. It's an excellent ride, and what I really like about it as well is the whole surprise element of it, because you can't really see that much of the ride from out the front just here. Very nice themed station building. Lift hill and first drop over there at the back. It's got a really nice head chopper at the bottom of the first drop, as you'll see shortly from the on-ride footage. And here he is, Zeus himself. It's all based on Greek mythology. It's an advertised wait time of 30 minutes, so not too bad at all. Let's enter the queue line. We're gonna have a ride on Zeus. Oh, I'm so excited to get back on this coaster. Opened here in 1997, built by Custom Coasters International. I can't believe how short the wait times are today. I waited 20 minutes. And up we go on the lift hill to one of my favourite ever wooden roller coasters. I just love the layout of this. Looks like there's been some retrack work that's took place actually since the last time I rode it in 2014. Look at that whole turnaround section over there. Lots of retrack work, which is good. Keeps it nice and smooth. It's not until you're on the lift hill that you really get to see a lot of the layout for this coaster. And that's what I really like about it. It's that element of surprise. Loads of retrack work there. Great views up the lift hill as well. Goose Drix over there. We had a 20-minute wait. That's brilliant. Bit of construction going on down here as well. And that's the new hotel. Here we go. it to bits. Whee! Wow! Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. I guess a round of applause. One of the best wooden roller coasters in the world, that. What an absolutely incredible ride that was on Tonnerre de Zeus. It's a world-class wooden roller coaster, it really is. And if you've never been out here to Parc Astérix in France, come out here just to ride that. I know there's a lot of people out there that would take wooden roller coasters over steel, and it all depends for me, but that ride is certainly a lot better than a lot of steel roller coasters that I've been on. It's really smooth, it's intense, it's got that brilliant head chopper element. It's a long ride, over 4,000 feet of track, reaching speeds of over 50 miles an hour. Honestly, it's a world-class ride, and the fact that they're looking after it and replacing bits of the track, it all looked really fresh, it was riding very well. It's one of the best wooden roller coasters in the world. We're lucky to have that so close to home. If you've never been here, like I say, come and check it out. It's a great park. The fact that we're an hour and 15 minutes into the day, I've done 4 major coasters, is really good on a weekend. Operations are superb. They're getting the trains out ridiculously quick on there. They checked all the seat belts and lap bars that quick that they couldn't even dispatch it because the other train was nowhere near the end of the circuit. Amazing operations, very, very impressed. And the view from that hotel when it's built, I assume it's a new hotel anyway, you're going to get some really good views over to the park. And of course, Tonnerre, brilliant ride, really impressed. And it's just great to be back at this park. I can't believe it's been so long. I don't know why. Honestly, I've missed it so much. It's great to be back, and it certainly isn't going to be that long. This could even be like an annual visit for me. And I'd like to stay in the accommodation. They've already got some as it is. However, they're building that new hotel, which looks awesome, really does. Honestly, so much has been improved since I last came, and I had a great time before. And I'm going to spin the camera around now and show you this, because this certainly looks very interesting. Da-da-da-da. There we are. So it's a bit of a structure that goes all the way up there. It's a floating bar observation deck. How interesting is that? From looking on social media, I believe this is new for 2019. And here it is. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. You know what my pronunciation's like. But yeah, look at this. There we are. Opened at 10:30, so half an hour after the park opens. And it's open till ride close, 6 o'clock. There we are, tells me the weather. And yeah, you've got all sorts of different drinks, lots of cocktails. You've got some soft drinks down the bottom. And I don't know if you have to pay to go up or if you just buy something, you get to go on it. I'm not too sure. However, if you look here at the prices, $8.90 for a cocktail. I don't think that's too bad, to be honest. However, the soft drinks are quite expensive, €5.90. But yeah, it's an interesting idea, isn't it? It's a good concept. I'd like to go up there, actually. I bet you get some fantastic views over that incredible wooden roller coaster. Up next, though, we're going on Goudrix just here. Really nice to see this again. I think this is a very picturesque coaster, and you've got to thank this ride for this park starting out how it has done, really. You know, like they put in this big ride, and who'd have thought it all these years later? An incredible wooden coaster, opened in #97, 2012, the B&M with OzIris. So yeah, like a lot of people find this quite rough. Me personally, I didn't find it too bad last time. Don't get me wrong, it's not smooth, but I think people were making out that it was a lot rougher than it actually is. But who knows? It's been a few years, so let's go and find out on Goudrix. Then in a very short queue line for Goudrix. Hey, it's a nice picturesque coaster, this off-ride. It's 30 years old. Opening day attraction from the park, 1989, built by Vekoma, and it features 7 different inversions. I just think it's a really picturesque ride. You saw there from the off-ride shots that I just took of it. Beautiful. I do like this boat of the station as well. Yeah, what's this? Maybe 5-10 minutes? Just straight up into the station. Not complaining at all. 5th coaster of the day. Let's go for a ride on Goudrix. The staff are doing an absolutely amazing job here with the operations. That train was in the station about 40 seconds. Everybody off, next rider's on. It helps that you can bring your bags on the rides, to be honest. Same on this one. Just put your bag down by your feet. I do like that system. So I'm in the back carriage on this one. I'm not on the back row, I've gone on the second to the back, just so we can see a bit more on the camera. And we haven't got some seats directly in front of us here. Got a little bit of a gap. Let's get a bit of a view in the sunshine. Highs of 22 degrees again today. Gorgeous weather so far on this epic road trip. But there's so much more to come. In fact, we've barely even got started. Come on then, Goodricks, do your worst. Here we go. Woo! Hey! Whoa! Too bad at all. Like, yeah, you know, it's rough, but it's not too bad. Like, it's not the roughest coaster I've been on by all means. I can think of at least 10 other roller coasters that are a lot rougher than that. I think it helps the fact that you got some really good padding on the back of the seats. See it just here, it is actually proper padding, which definitely helps. But yeah, it's not the smoothest coaster out there by a long way. It is rough. I'm not saying that it's not rough. I just don't think it's the most uncomfortable ride I've ever been on. I think it's quite a good layout as well. It looks impressive off-ride. There we are, Goodricks. Only waited 5 minutes for the pleasure of that one as well. On-ride footage there from Goodricks here at Parc Astérix. I quite enjoy that coaster. I think the fact it's got the padding at the headrest makes it a lot more bearable, to be honest. Because a lot of these rough rides that I've been on, it's just like plastic or something at the back. Whereas with this, it has got proper cushioning. So maybe I'm thinking a lot of these people, they did find it rough. We're going back quite a few years now. It had a really bad reputation. You don't hear about it quite as much now. I'm maybe thinking it didn't used to have all that padding on the seats, hence why it was really rough. But anyway, I quite like it. 7 inversions on that as well, isn't there? So, yeah, it's got a good action-packed layout, and it keeps the speed really well up until the end of the ride. Anyway, I've got 2 more coasters left to go on. I'm going to head over and do the 1994 Zero coaster next, which is back over here in the Greek area, and also have a look at the Zamperla Disco just here. This looks really pretty, very picturesque. I mean, this whole park's very pretty, isn't it? It's very well looked after as well. But this looks really nice in terms of all the effects it's got on it as well, because I believe it's got some fire that comes out the top just here. I think the cycle has actually just started there, isn't it? Yeah, it's not coming to an end, it's just getting going, so should get to see a bit of the fire. I'm going to walk down this path. Hopefully that's going to be on. It looks like though, when I walked past it to get down to Zeus, it looked like it had quite a big queue, so might have to do that one a little bit later. But yeah, hopefully we're going to get some fire. I don't know if it's on. Oh, there we are. It's coming up this side now. Let's see if we get any fire. Just anticipating its arrival here. Best happen now after all this waiting. Oh, nothing. That's a shame. Maybe it only goes off, I don't know, once or twice towards the end of the ride. I'm not too sure. But anyway, it looks very, very pretty. This whole park is themed so nicely, all based around them different Asterix stories, of course. But yeah, it looks very nice. I'll definitely go on it at some point. Oh, a bit of a water effect. Oh, there we go, we had some fire. Oh, that's quite nice. So it's not like a big blast. It's a bit like the ones on Wickerman at Alton Towers, where it just sort of rises up for a little bit and then fades down. Let's see if we get it again now. I'll zoom in a bit for you. If we get the water splash, that's probably a good sign. Oh, nothing that time. Maybe he just does it once or maybe every couple. Anyway, we'll have a go on there later on. Nice to see that it's got some theming to it. But here's this Zero coaster just over here, and that'll leave me one more ride to do, and I think that's another Zero. That's a little Tivoli, I think, a little junior coaster. Off we go then. On the ride that I'm really not too sure how to pronounce its name of, but I'll have a go. Vol the Care, something along those lines. Anyway, bit of a fact for you about this. Like I say, it opened in 1994. However, since I was last here in 2014, quite a large amount of the track has been replaced. So they're really looking after their rides here. I'm on the back row. Yeah, you can tell that quite a few sections have been replaced actually, really looking after it. What a stunning park. 3 amazing park days in a row so far, I'm loving it. Whee! It's always great when the parks allow us to film on ride. Oh, Pégase Express over there. Woo! Oh, that was some sharp braking there. Brings us round into the last section of the ride. That was really sharp braking. Blimey. Yeah. There we go, end of the ride. Only waited 10 minutes for that, not complaining. 1 more coaster to go. It's not even lunchtime yet. Just gone 12 o'clock. Another great family coaster here at Parc Astérix. Love how they've looked after it as well and replaced some of the track. With it being quite an old ride, it's nice how they've gone back to it and thought, actually, we need to replace some track to keep it a bit smoother. Shame about that braking towards the end. It slowed it right down before that last corner. Not too sure if that was maybe because they hadn't dispatched a train quite quick enough, so it meant that there was one waiting to go in, so they had to slow it down a little bit. But yeah, it's a great family ride and something a bit different as well, isn't it? Anyway, I've been talking a lot about how this park looks after their attractions here. However, we've actually got a ride what's closed since my last visit, and I heard about this a few weeks ago, and it's only recently closed, I believe, and that is a dark ride that's located there just behind me. It's Transdemonium, and that was an awesome ghost train. It was actually quite scary. It was a little bit different as well in terms of how it was all put together with the theming and effects, some great audio, and yeah, there is actually a full POV of it here on the channel if you do want to watch it from when I was last here in 2014, so check it out. However, it's quite sad that it's closed. Nobody really knows what's going on with it. Like I say, this park's very well known for looking after its rides, so maybe they've closed it to do a big overhaul. Maybe they weren't happy with how it looks, so they're spending some money on it. I'm not too sure, but hopefully it's not the end for this dark ride. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, I really hope that it's not come to the end of its life. I mean, it only opened in 2003. Yeah, this is the entrance to it. And this is a beautiful themed area, I must add, with all the castle just here. It's very nice. But yeah, here it is. There's no signage or anything out the front, but likewise, I've not tried to cover it up or anything. So maybe is it just having some TLC just to get it back to how it should be? I'm not too sure. But it's a fantastic ride. It's located all in the building at the back of here. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. Comment down below if you know any information. But yeah, I'm a bit sad. I did know that it was closed today though. A few people have given me the heads up that it was shut, but nobody seems to know why. This is a gorgeous area though, and I doubt they'd remove that ride, especially when they're going around replacing bits like they have done over there with the coaster I've just been on. I think maybe they could be doing some work to it, or at least I hope so. Some improvements, so to speak. The park's come a long way over the past few years. Maybe they want to just upgrade the theming on there. Who knows? Comment down below. Well, this area is stunning. It really is. Here we go then. It's my 7th and final roller coaster to go on today here at Parc Astérix. This opened in 1990. Second year of the park being in operation. So yeah, this is what, 29 years old. So let's go and have a ride on here. Or do we go at the front, the back? We go down the front. Nobody here, but yeah, this is next to OzIris, doing the Egyptian themed area. So let's go for a ride on this Zero Tivoli. been on every roller coaster today here at Parc Astérix. It took me 2 hours and 15 minutes to do all the coasters. Not too bad for a weekend. Brilliant operations, like I say. And I'm hoping to do some more re-rides on them later. Well, I definitely will be. And I really want to get a front row on OzIris. So if I get that, I'll definitely get the GoPro on again and get some more footage. Anyway, there's lots of other rides to try here at the park, including this awesome log flume here. I remember there's some sort of crazy drop indoors on this one. So yeah, let's go and check it out. It's the Pégase Express, it's called. It was built by Hopkins and opened in 1995. So let's go on. Ten-minute wait there, as advertised on the board. I'll take that for a nice warm day. I say that, the sun has gone in. It's still nice and warm, but I'm sure I'll soon dry off. I do love all the differences. You can really tell a Hopkins ride from other different attractions out there. And up we go on the first lift hill. In the back of the boat on this one. It's got a nice themed trough. Obviously all the lift hills have got like wooden panels attached to them as well. Very nice themed experience this. The sides on the boats are quite low as well, so a lot of water does tend to come in. Yeah, they got a good selection of water rides here. We'll do that Intamin Rapids that's got ridiculously blue water. There we are. I say that, so is this. There we are. Very nice, clean water. Must be filtered. Either that or they just dye it blue, yeah, to make it feel clean. And it doesn't smell dirty at all, actually. Hey, oh, we got a bit of a splash there already. Great views of OzIris, that B&M inverts. That doesn't look too busy down there, actually. Not many people heading up the queue line. Obviously, most of it is inside. Hey. Having a really good day here at Parc Astérix so far. It's certainly not going to be, what, 5-6 years before I come back here. Definitely not. I might even come back later this year yet when I come back to Disneyland Paris again. Whoa! Yes, Hopkins for the win. Yeah, something happens in this building down here from what I remember. Ooh. Jolty. That's another water ride over there. That's like a storm surge style ride built by Whitewater. And then you've got another water ride as well near the entrance of the park. Here we go. This is the funky little drop now. Whee! Oh, that's on. Oh, yes. Oh, you get a bit of a soaking for it being quite a small drop. Oh. Making my way around now to the big lift hill. Whoa! Just going around on the troughs, an adventure on these rides. Brilliant. Indoor section. Oh, I forgot about all this. Got some waterfall action, I think. Very, very dark in here. Ah, it's like Bubble Works. Where are the fountains? Here they are. Can't really see them that well. It's very dark. We've got all these waterfalls and fountains all the way around. Doing an archway over us. Is it raining in here or is it just me? Here we are then near the top of the lift hill. But I won't show you all of that. Don't need to see another lift hill. Hey. I like this bit of suspense you get here as well. Something else that Hopkins like putting on their rides. Shame they're defunct and they don't build anything else really. Nice overview of the park. It's a big park. Goodricks all the way at the back. And here we go. Oh! Woohoo! Oh, yes. Lovely. Great log flume that is. All that theme trough what I was talking about as well. Enjoyed that. Soaked. It's a really good log flume that is. Quite a long ride. I like how all the troughs themed. The whole thing's really quite nicely looked after as well. Again, for quite an old ride. That is the thing with this park. They look after things really well. That's why I'm quite surprised with the dart ride, the ghost train, to be honest, how that is closed. So I do think they're going to do something with it, or I hope so anyway, in the future. Anyway, up next then, I'm already soaked, so I may as well do another water ride, going on the Grand Splash just here. It looks like it's got a walk-on queue. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, the fact that the sun's gone in as well, so yeah, let's go and get even more wet. Love a good walk-on queue. Wasn't expecting that on a Sunday. And here we are, on the Grand Splash. So this is actually built into the structure here of this big mountain. You can see from down there at the entrance. Hey. Oh. Some kids talking to me behind. I don't know what he's saying. There we go. Hey. Oh. Nice little small splash to get us going. I don't know what he said. Yeah. But yeah, this is another opening day attraction. 30 years old. Opened in 1989. Nice little baby drop to set the tone. What's quite interesting about this is that it doesn't have any restraints at all. I mean, you'd think it'd have a lap bar that comes down, but no, nothing. Yeah, I do like how it's built into the main mountain structure. I think we've got some special effects around here as well, from what I remember. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Again, you got that really blue water. I forgot just how long this ride was. You do that little baby drop and then just meander around here in the trees, have a bit of funky music going on, and have some nice little special effects. You had some spouting fountains going over the top. It's a mouthful to say, isn't it? Spouting fountains. Yeah. Some nice waterfalls and things, yeah. And you got these lights, what make you look like you're on a car park. All through the trees, making our way round to that big drop at the end. Double drop, I believe. Here we are, get ready for the Grand Splash. Oh! Hey! Oh! Oh, lovely. Oh, yes. Nice water ride, that. I like how chilled out it is going all around the top. You kind of forget that there's another big drop coming up. There we go, second water ride of the day. A wonderful ride there on the Grand Splash. A very relaxing ride actually, all around the top sections, but I do like how it interacts with all the mountain. You've got some different special effects on there as well. Sun's gone in now, unfortunately, but I am going to do the rapids soon. However, I'm going to go and have a ride on the park's Mack Rides Madhouse first. There we are. It seems weird saying that, doesn't it? Normally it's all the Vekoma Madhouse. And yeah, I'm going on here. This opened in 2008. And from what I remember, it's quite funny this, because inside you go into a few different pre-show rooms. There's one where it takes your photo, and then there's all like projections and things. And then I remember going into a room with some water effects as well. So I'm struggling to remember it all, but that's from what I remember. It was quite long before you actually get on the ride. So yeah, let's go for it and have a ride on the park's Mack Rides Madhouse. So this attraction starts very differently because you have to look forward into here, and it actually takes a photo which it uses to interact throughout the ride. That's what all this house is for. And now we just wait until my face appears up there at the top. Hey, there I am. Yeah. It's quite a nice interactive feature. It takes your picture and then all sorts of projections. I think we dance about on this screen. Yeah. Very different. I remember the first time I did it, I was in stitches laughing. So we didn't know what it was either. That was the funny part. Oh, I'm going to come up again now. Hey! after that interactive experience to then head into another room. All part of this pre-show. We have these really nice waterfalls. After those wonderful pre-shows, here we are on the madhouse itself. Very nicely themed in here. Forgot just how nice it was. I do remember breaking down on this and being stuck for ages as well. So you've got a use of screens all around the sides and on the roof just there. There's some very nice theming all around. As I remembered, it was quite a long experience there with the madhouse, but I really like all the different rooms all building up to that at the end, and the fact that the actual ride system itself was built by Mac. It's just a bit different, isn't it? Yes, I've done some of theirs before, however it's mostly for coma madhouses around, so it's always nice to try something that's a bit different. They feel a lot more forceful in some sections, especially that one. Like, it's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. All them different pre-show rooms. I like the fact it's interactive as well, and how you get all your photo took and you parade around the room. I mean, I only showed you a little clip of that, but it goes on for like 3 or 4 minutes and you change different positions and things. So yeah, it's quite good fun, isn't it? Anyway, up next I'm going on the park's Intamin Rapids down here. It's another ride that was built in 1989, an opening day attraction here at the park, and it's now being complemented by Pégase Express over there at the back. That looks really nice actually over here. Complements the area so well. Here we go then, on the rapids. Got a fast start. Got all this netting around the side here as well. I assume that's all extra safety precautions, which is completely understandable. Hey, oh! Pégase Express coming past. I love that coaster, really impressed with it. Definitely have another ride on that this afternoon, got plenty of time. Managed to just grab a little hot dog just as well, that was really nice. It was like the sausage was in like a baguette. Very filling. Hey. Oh, I love that interaction. It's a shame that that building's sort of just on stilts and the bottom of it's not themed though. Right, where's the mega wave on this one? Whoa! It's like I knew that was coming, I really didn't. Hey, in the tunnel. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa! That was it, that was called KFC. Oh, I love that interaction. Very nice. It's like it was built for a coaster to go there. Or maybe it was all them years ago. They thought one day we're going to put a coaster there. That's up by where the madhouse was just. And there we are, round towards the final section of the ride. We've got these big geysers going off. It's not the best rapids, that one. It's okay. It's not a bad ride. It is quite a shorter rapids, and it's got this long section here at the back where not much happens other than this geyser. If it's going to go off, we're going to get it. I think we're safe. There we go. Oh no. Hey. I like that effect. Compared to the rapids at Hyder Park, got nothing on those. Brilliant. Check out the vlog if you've not seen it. footage there from the rapids here at Parc Astérix. By all means, they're a good rapids, but they're not my favourite out there. A few more effects would be quite nice around it. Maybe a bit of audio in places. Do like the views though that you get from Pégase Express. That's really nice on there. But yeah, it's just you spend longer in that last section of the ride in the trough, and then going up the lift hill than you do going around the rest of the layout. So it's one of those, isn't it? You know, you win some, you lose some. In general, they've got some really, really good rides at this park. Anyway, up next, I'm going on this. Very heavily themed version of Storm Surge at Thorpe Park. The Octogenarium, there we go. Look at this, everyone's piling in to the entrance of this one. It's very nicely themed. Got some good audio on the go. Not sure what the wait time is, but let's go for it. So this was built by Whitewater and opened in 1999. And yeah, it's mostly in the trees from what I can remember. Hence why this queue line's leading us up through this way. Back next door to that beautiful B&M. Can't wait for another ride on there later. Hopefully the single rider queue will be open. I didn't check this morning. I thought I'll go straight for the main queue. However, it has got a single rider, so hopefully it'll be open. I'll do a few re-rides on that. It's only 2:30, so still got plenty of time. About 3.5 hours to go. 5-minute wait then for this, not too bad at all. And again, we've got the nice blue water on it. I'm saying nice blue water, I don't know if it is actually clean or if it's dyed or something, I'm really not too sure. Don't have a clue. But it's nice and blue anyway, it makes you feel like it's clean. I'd say that if it was dyed, it would stain people's clothes, wouldn't it? So, I'm not too sure. Answers on a postcard or down below in the video comments. Go, get ready. Get a spin. Yeah, oh, this guy's loving it. Yeah. So like, they put these little pads on the floor to try and help you spin round. That's what you can hear it going. Not really getting much spinning actually. Oh. Come on. Hey. Get ready for the drop! Hey. Oh. Yeah, lovely. Not too wet from that one. And that's the 4 major water rides all complete. Shame we didn't get much spinning action there, unfortunately, but it's still a lot better than Storm Surge back at Thorpe Park in the UK. Anyway, moving on from that then, the main water rides are all done the roller coasters, going to do some re-rides shortly. However, there's something that I really want to go on, and that's the Zamperla Disco, just because it's a new thing here at the park, well, new since I last came anyway, and it's quite heavily themed, so I do want to go on that and see it, so I'm going to make my way over there shortly. However, just thought I'd talk a little bit about this stunt show here. I've watched it a couple of times actually when I've been at the park before. Brilliant stunt show. However, it seems like it's no longer part of the offering here at Parc Astérix. There used to be a car out the front just here, and yeah, it was a massive stunt show with all different vehicles. One of the best theme park shows I've ever seen. There was like a big cruise ship at the back and it all like came apart. So well put together. In fact, I have filmed it in my previous vlogs from here a few years ago, so check them out if you want to see it. But yeah, it seems like the venue's all just closed up. There's no advertised times for it out the front, nothing on the map or anything, which is a shame really. So yeah, like this show was brilliant. A bit gutted that it's gone, but there is still quite a lot of other shows here at the park. I don't plan on watching any today, mainly because I want to do some more re-rides with me not being here for so long. However, it's definitely a 2-day park, especially if it's busy, to get everything in and if you want to see some shows as well. But yeah, shame about that. Comment down below if you know any information. It was a massive production and a big part of the entertainment offering at this park, in my opinion. Anyway, let's head over to the disco and have a look at that. Okay then, so welcome to the park Zamperla Disco. It's called Discobolix. Looking forward to riding on this. Very heavily themed. I do like the archway that goes underneath it here as well. Very, very nicely presented. And obviously, as you saw earlier on, it's got those effects as well. It is advertised at a 30-minute wait, so if so, this will be the biggest queue of the day. And it's currently the biggest queue on park according to that board. So I am going to have a go. We've got to wait this round here. So yeah, it's going to be a little while this. However, I do want to go on it just because, you know, it's a different ride to go on here at the park. Would like to have a ride on it. It just seems very popular. So yeah, we'll see how the queue goes. And yeah, I reckon this is going to be at least 30 minutes. Queue time boards have been quite accurate so far though, so we'll see what happens.
Ah, je crois que c'était Louis. Regarde.
What a really nicely presented attraction that is. Absolutely wonderful. Probably the best Zamperla Disco I've ever been on. All the theming around it, really nice audio. It's lovely, isn't it? Special effects on there, like the water and the fire at the top, and the operations. Obviously that only seats 40 people, and they've really thought about this. So when you go up to the station area, they've got like some boxes that you put your bags in, and then they've got like, it's like a robot goes across, and then as people are coming off and getting the bags, the next people are dropping the bags off in another tray and loading the ride. So it's saving a lot of time and it's getting that throughput up on that. So really good. Like, it seats 40 people. So actually the queue, yeah, it was about half an hour, but it cleared a lot of people there. So that was fantastic. Really impressed with the operations. Anyway, I've got just under 3 hours left, loads of time. So I'm going to do a couple of re-rides whilst I'm down this end. Going to have another ride on that wonderful wooden roller coaster, Tonnerre de Zeus, and also another ride on Goodricks as well. So I'll see you after those. around 90 minutes since I last spoke to you all. In that time I've done quite a few re-rides, had 2 laps round on Tonnerre de Zeus, then went on Goudrix again, Pégase Express I've been on twice, and I've just done Hourra again as well. So yeah, I've done quite a few different coasters, but I thought I can't come to this park and not go on this wonderful magic carpet. So that's where I'm going now. The sun has disappeared. Like, yeah, it's gone a bit cloudy. That's meant that the queues have really dropped down. I mean, they weren't that big in the first place, but what a day it's been for a Sunday. Wasn't expecting to get this much done at all. So yeah, let's go on here. Let's have a little bit of action on the magic carpet. Here we go. On the magic carpet. I'm riding this to celebrate live action Aladdin that I need to go and see actually. By the time this is on YouTube and you guys have watched it, I'll have been to see it. Big Aladdin fan. Whee. Oh, a bit better than Quantum at Thorpe Park. Oh, I can't remember anything from this. Woo. Oh, love a good magic carpet. Woo. Yes. Hey. Oh, other way now. Holding point. Oh, look at that station. Gorgeous. Oh, hey. Oh, it's great. Woo. Oh, hey. That was awesome. On-ride footage there from the magic carpet, and that was good fun. Probably the best one of those I've ever been on, to be honest. Got some really nice force on that. Anyway, I've made my way back down to OzIris. I just walked past the Hourra, the Mac Rides bobsleigh again. So I had another go on that actually on the way, because that was a 5-minute wait. And yeah, come down here to OzIris. It's 5:30, so hopefully there's enough time for me to get in that front row queue before they close it. So I'm going to head into the queue line, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a bit of front row POV. It's not the end of the world. If not, I'll definitely get another ride on it. But yeah, with the cases with a lot of these parks around the world, they'll close the front row queue maybe 15-20 minutes before ride close, just to let that queue run down, just so that the rest of the standard queue, when it comes to the end of the night, there's not a massive front row queue, and yeah, all the other bays are going around empty. So I'm going to enter into the line now, and hopefully we'll get that front row ride. Fingers crossed.
Détachez votre ceinture de sécurité.
So I managed to get my front row ride there on OzIris. In fact, I did that front row and then I managed to run straight back round and get in the queue again and had a row 3 on it. So not complaining at all. Just before I wrap up the day then, just thought we'd have a look inside the gift shop. A lot of different merchandise with all your different Asterix characters on. Some really nice stuff here actually. Different mugs and glasses. Quite a few different shops all down this main street area, which is quite nice. They sell a lot of like plush toys and all that sort of stuff here as well, of all the different characters. And they're very, very popular. Everybody's loving them. I've seen a lot of people wearing like the Viking style hats today whilst they've been walking around the park. These ones just down here I've seen everybody wearing. There we go, loads of different things. Oh, you get a hammer and all sorts. Get a little costume for your kids. It's great, isn't it? Here he is, the main man himself. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 big shops all down on this entrance street, which is really cool. I remember coming in this one last time actually. T-shirts here, some very unique mugs. You got the jumbo ones there, some smaller ones as well. Resins and different models of the characters. Merchandise, like I say, it seems very popular here. Some parts you go to, there's not much being bought at all, whereas here, a lot of items being purchased. Quite a nice themed shop, isn't it? I like all the market style feel to it. But there you go. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back to the car, wrap up the vlog, and give you a bit of an update on where I'm going to be over the next few days. Back in the car then, after what has been an incredible return visit back here to Parc Astérix. The fact I've not visited this park since 2014, there's been so much change, new rides, expansion, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this park goes in the future. We know there's going to be some sort of new coaster coming for 2021, so that's very exciting. And along with that as well, it's just been a whole package today. It's been about the theming on the new rides, what they've put in. Disco the Zamperla Disco, that was very heavily themed. Pégase Express, that was absolutely awesome, very impressed with that. And just the operations today have been the massive standout for me. This park today has been ran like Europa Park in Germany, that's very famous for its great operations, and Disney parks. Obviously Disney's just down the road, so they're running this place really well. They've got new accommodation coming next year. There's actually a new 4D cinema for this year. I didn't get a chance to see it today, but like I say, I hope to come back later in the year to this park. Sort of 70-80% certain that I'll be coming back here next time I go to Disneyland Paris. But awesome highlights for me today, it has been Pégase Express, just getting on that for the first time. It exceeded expectations, very well themed, nicely thought out coaster. And also my other favourite rides here, OzIris, the B&M inverts, had 3 rides on that, which has been awesome. And of course Tonnerre de Zeus, so that's been really good to get on as well. Very much enjoyed getting back on it. What a day it's been, leaving here with a new cred and a park that just gone higher up in my rankings, to be honest. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But there we go, we're 3 vlogs in and still nowhere near the halfway point for this trip. It's just going to keep on giving this trip. I'm looking forward to even more of it. Plenty of new parks to come, but where am I going tomorrow? So you've probably noticed, or you've been following my routes down, what I've been going to. And yeah, tomorrow I'm actually going to be going into central Paris to go and do 2 vlogs. So firstly, I'm going to be going to Jardin d'Acclimatation. I went there about 1.5 years ago. It's in central Paris, and it's a park that's had quite a few new rides that opened last year. I actually went when the rides weren't ready yet, just to have a look at the construction that was taking place. I was in Paris doing some other sightseeing. I thought, oh, we're going to have a look at the construction. So them rides are all open now, so I'm going to go back there tomorrow and do a vlog, new credits to get, a few different roller coasters, and yeah, looking forward to it. So another technically new park visit tomorrow, because last time I was there, it was just a walk around the park, a few kids rides open. Following on from that, tomorrow evening I'm going to be making my way to a large fun fair that's open for a few months actually in central Paris, and that's Foire du Trône, so I'm looking forward to experiencing that. So as you probably noticed, I've been staying in like different hotels and stuff, making my way down. I'm doing all this, like, you know where I'm on about. There you go, I'll show you it on Google Maps. There you go, that's what I've done so far. However, up next I'm actually going to be staying very close to Disneyland Paris in a little town called Torcy. I'm staying there for 3 nights now, so obviously tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Paris attractions. I'll then be spending 2 days at Disneyland Paris and then moving on from there to continue with my trip, but I'll keep you in suspense for that for now, unless you do follow us on social media, where you'll get a bit of a preview at where I'm going. All the links to our social media are down below in the video description. Brilliant park, awesome operations, and exciting future ahead. Really enjoyed it here today. The only things I've been a bit disappointed in is I think €15 is a bit too expensive for parking, but then I suppose Disney, they charge like 25, 30 euros, something like that. Transdemonium, that awesome ghost train that is closed, but hopefully something's going to happen to that. I've got a feeling that it will do. And last but not least, just the show, like the big stunt show that I did really enjoy before. It's a shame that's gone. However, hopefully something's coming to replace it in the future. And I know there's a new Magic and Illusion show that opened recently, so I didn't get a chance to see it today, but next time when I come here, I'll definitely have to watch that if it's on. There we go, that's my wrap up from Parc Astérix. It's definitely not going to be 5 or 6 years, I don't know what many years it's been till I come here again. I can't wait to come back, really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining me for another vlog. 3 days in a row where we can film on ride. It's been awesome, hasn't it? Really enjoyed it. I'll see you all tomorrow at the Jardin, and that means it's time to cue those credits. Bye.